Should the Michael Jordan estate become the new Chicago Sky Team Wellness Center? About the lack of private facilities for the Chicago Sky, a subscriber commented, the Chicago Sky should buy the Michael Jordan estate. And my first thought was, how much is it? Now, I knew it had a regulation NBA basketball court. What I didn't know is that it was only $14 million. And you're like, only? Yes, only. Because the impending deal for the Chicago Sky to have a team facility that mimics an Amazon hub is $38 million. You do the math. 14 from 38 is $24 million in savings. Not to mention, the Michael Jordan estate is an immediate purchase and solves your immediate problem with your team not having private facilities. And the place has been meticulously maintained by paid staff by Michael Jordan since it went on the market. Michael Jordan is not hurting for money. The house is not in foreclosure, and do not be naive and think it is undesirable. Some people say, oh, it's heavily customized. Sometimes wealthy people, uber wealthy people, will buy a property and just demolish it. Not because it's old, just because they can and they want something else. Does anyone remember Kanye buying a house on the beach in Malibu and just totally gutting it and letting it sit as nothing but a concrete foundation? 2 levels, multi-level concrete foundation? Proves my point. So, in looking at this secluded estate, which is 56,000 square feet, a private drive, has 2 pools, a guest house, all of the amenities you could use. You could entertain potential clients and sponsors here. Look at this regulation size NBA basketball court. 14 cars can be parked in this multi-level garage. This is a world-class chef's kitchen. The team meals can be prepared here. A nutritionist here. This can be 24/7 access. All practice facilities have some type of way to wind down. Look at this is a lobby. This is not a house. This is a lobby. This is a corporate lobby. Tennis courts. Putting green. Now, we all have heard the conversations about Kalia Copper wanting to leave due to the lack of practice facilities, as well as Marina Mabry. And I'm thinking, sometimes we have to just, do something and act now. Because I think 2 years from now, or 2026, I just don't think that's good enough. I think we need an interim plan for the team, because otherwise we didn't solve our problem. We just spent a whole lot of money. Or we plan to. And I'm thinking to myself, what is it about this estate that was built for a basketball legend as a training facility that could not be the training facility? Private training facility, 27 miles from the city, 7 secluded acres, 56,000 square feet for only 14 million versus 38 million. It serves your purpose. It was tailored for a basketball legend. It has workout equipment. Sure, maybe add spin bikes. You can add a whole spin room if you want to. Poker area could easily be your treatment area. The lobby screams corporate. You could get hospitality design and have this place looking like Hotel Nobu with a basketball court for probably less than $1 million. Because the house does not need to be redone from top to bottom. That's the beauty of it. $14 million, and you could just go ahead and start practicing as soon as closing is official. Why are the $14 million and some change? Get access to the property and it's yours. The team has somewhere to practice before the season ends and can keep going. And it's an asset to your real estate portfolio. I can't imagine the podcast, the streaming, the media that could come from such a legendary practice facility. You can host corporate retreats, You remember Michael Jordan's not just a basketball player. He's a mogul. Sometimes people just want to glean from the environment of greatness. I mean, hell, Michael Jordan may show up, I don't know. But even if he didn't, it's okay because you have a Jordan brand court and you could easily change that to Chicago Sky, or better yet, you could generate revenue by what? Leasing out the naming rights to the basketball court to one of your corporate sponsors. Yes, you create a pipeline. People are going to want to come to visit. You host corporate retreats after the season, not after All-Star, after the entire season when your people have gone and y'all are taking a break. In 1 month per week, you could have a corporation come in, and that is just enough to have a healthy pipeline of potential investors and potential sponsors. Not to mention, your stock will rise with players. They will want to come to play because now you have a world-class, legendary practice facility that's 24/7 complete with the guest house. So when they land at, is it O'Hare Airport, instead of going to a hotel, they're on the property at your guest house. There's 3 bedrooms there. I know there's a kitchen. I'm pretty sure it has its own kitchen. But even if it didn't, it has its own pool, and you have access to the main wellness facility where your chef can fix them breakfast the very next morning in that palatial chef's kitchen. They can tour the facilities. They can start working out right away. They can have treatment if necessary. I'm sure it's room around there for some hydro spas because that main floor, that was an indoor pool. Michael Jordan closed it. Like I said, the house has been modified and updated multiple times. It has a modern, classic look built for a basketball legend, which means it has every amenity that you need. The Chicago Sky would be the only, if not one of the few, WNBA teams with a wellness center. Of course, there's a basketball court, weight room, treatment room, but there's so many other uses. And you could have maybe yoga room, you could do Pilates, you can have lots of things when you have 9 bedrooms and 15 bathrooms. You have a theater, which is obviously your film room. There's a study and a library. I mean, it's so much that you could benefit from. So, it pains me as an interior designer to see a property that's what I call RTG, ready to go, and someone is thinking of spending $40 million when they could really only spend 15, and it actually serves your purpose and you can benefit from it now. So that means you can start generating income from it now. The Colorado Buffaloes are a prime example of how sports clubs, organizations should model their media, their press. And I believe that Chicago has a good enough squad and a few legends in the making that they should want to invest in their players. Because see, this is how I look at this. So I need a practice facility right now. And I'm not going to get one until 2026. So who really are we investing in? Because to invest in a team is to purchase real estate that can be used immediately. Okay, so y'all tell me why it's not feasible, because I know it's a great idea. But if you live in Chicago or you have some insight, enlighten us. What would hinder the Chicago Sky from acquiring the Michael Jordan estate and training facility as the new Chicago Sky Team Wellness Center? Thank you for great commentary on the last video when we were discussing the lack of suitable and private practice facilities for the Chicago Sky. There was great comments. Y'all go read them. Continue the conversation. And once again, please like and share the video. And for new viewers, please subscribe to help my channel grow. Peace.